David Groner joining us again with more estate planning tips. David, welcome back.
Hey, good to be here.
Now, we're talking about inheriting family property, but then wanting to maybe even donate that to your future children, grandchildren. Is that something that is possible, and how do we go about doing that?
Yes, a lot of times people have inherited property, but they don't want it to be sold when they die. They'd like their children to be able to use it, their grandchildren. You can't do that in a will. You can't prescribe for the future generations in a will. Not going to happen. Trust, you can do that. So we could put the property in a trust. In fact, I did a land trust the other day for a client for that very reason. She inherited the property from her family. It was important to her that not only her children get to enjoy it, but her grandchildren and other generations. So we put it in a trust that will go and be used by them as for each generation and still stay in the family. It's a great tool to use.
And you mentioned that with a will, we wouldn't have the ability to say exactly what we want to happen with our estate in the future. What are some other downsides of having a will versus a trust? Well,
of course, the biggest downside is it's not private. Everything that you put in the courthouse is going to be public knowledge. And the fact that it's got to go through the courthouse means cost, expense, delay, and of course, any hiccup could cost even more money. So that's just not something you want to do to your children, that you don't want to put them through all that hardship. Why not make it real easy for them? Put it in a trust, and they take over the moment you're gone. And they don't have to worry about going through the courthouse. They don't have to worry about it being published in the courthouse as to who gets what and how much and all that stuff. People nowadays, they don't want their private business to be made public. And that's why I think society, we're moving away from that aspect, the probate, the succession, and into doing a trust.
And with a trust, though, what about later on if we want to change who our beneficiaries are, add someone, take someone off? Do we still have the freedom to do that, or even add things into the trust or remove things from the trust?
Well, depending on the trust. But let's talk about the irrevocable trust, because that's the one most people are doing to protect their estate from nursing homes and creditors. Yes, you can still modify your beneficiaries. So we talk about all the time. Years from now, if you decide, I would like the grandchildren to get a piece of the estate, not just the children, you can modify it to give the grandchildren a percentage of the estate. You can change the allocations. So there are things you can do, and you still have control over the ability to make those decisions.
Elder law attorney David Groner with the Acadiana Elder Law Clinic. He does workshops throughout Acadiana very regularly. You can see that schedule at the Acadiana Elder Law Clinic website or their Facebook page if you would like to keep up with where David is headed next. Or you can go ahead and schedule your appointment now with David at the phone number that you see on your screen.